quick overview, hopefully, of your new project for design ideas. So I'm going to walk you through the project, which you can find inside your Certificate for Design Ideas folder. So we're looking at the new unit, which is this one, for BDES 402, Interpret and Respond to a Design Brief. So we do have some questions on this one, which you can answer at any point. So you don't need to do this sequentially. It's a little bit of research, this first brief. And it looks at design trends. So you can start filling that in gradually. There's no urgency for this. This is not the actual design project. It's just some preliminary research into looking at some contemporary designers. I'd ask you to list 3 and look at their work. So don't look at fashion designers. Obviously, you want to look at graphic designers. Then it asks you to look at some trends in technologies in design disciplines. So that could be technology that's changing. It could be new tools or new functions that you've discovered. Maybe a new tool in Illustrator that's fantastic to use. It has to be something in the design industry. It could be things to do with the emergence of collaborative design tools like Adobe XD, for example. Anything you can identify. It could be things to do with new printing techniques, as long as it's technology. So 2 technologies in your area, something emerging. So you could look at things like virtual reality, for example, VR. Designing for VR is completely new. Some game design work with different 3D programs that are emerging. Those are kind of areas that are going to employ designers a lot. But you can also look at new products that Adobe are bringing out. That could be another way to look at it. So that would be things that are happening now and then things that are going to be happening very soon. So like I said, that could be functions within a program that you find out about. So opportunities and challenges. Obviously, you've got some challenges right now you could talk about. Challenges and opportunities there are in working online, for example. That's happening to everybody right now. So it can present an opportunity, but also obviously a lot of you have had technical issues, so you can see that would be an easy thing to talk about. The emergence of those collaborative tools I was talking about, they're an opportunity obviously, but they also present challenges which you're experiencing now. Because working with a collaborative tool online, if it doesn't actually work, isn't a great experience. So anything that's emerging as an opportunity or a challenge, and we can talk, when you get up to those questions, we'll probably talk a bit more about them. And the same with looking at these resources. I'll probably put a few of those on the Google Drive for you to refer to. Also, this one asks questions about looking at opportunities in your design area. So that would be looking at websites, books, blogs, etc. And I would refer you to our Design Community North website at that point, because we actually do have quite a few resources. If you want to go in and look at the careers tab there, it actually walks you through a whole range of different careers and actually has some contacts there as well. So if you're interested in motion design, for example, film and TV, you can go in there and you'll see there's quite a bit of information, and then there are some actual contacts in there. So that could be a first port of call to actually get you looking at different industry areas and career opportunities. So this goes through a whole range of different careers in graphic design. So yeah, do have a look at that. Design management, you might not have thought of that as a career. Exhibition, display and design is a whole world unto itself, and so is advertising, huge amounts of employment. Packaging design, huge amounts of employment. And again, if you go in there, you'll find links down the bottom as a general overview, and then some links to particular organisations. So that could be an easy way for you to answer the questions that are on that particular unit. Whoops. So let me go back to my window. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there, and you can do as much of that as you can and come back to me with questions and maybe some more information you might need to think about professional development resources, because again our website does have links to some of the professional organisations such as the Australian Graphic Design Association. So I'll actually show you that again. Sorry. Yeah, so in the work links tab down there are some lists of organisations, that professional organisations that could help you. So you can have a look at any of those, and there are always more emerging. So that's worth having a look. So that's just down the bottom of that tab. It's just called Work Links. So have a look at that in terms of a starting point. But certainly the Australian Graphic Design Association should be there. It's not, but I'll refer you to that as well. So there's a few places you could go to get some of that information about professional organisations. So definitely look up the Australian Graphic Design Association. That's one of your, should be one of your first calls to look at. And it does have an example like Australian Arts Law for copyright information and legal advice and so on. But I would go straight to the Australian Graphic Design Association as the first port of call to answer that one. And then maybe look at some of the other ones we've got on our website as well. So that's probably enough about that particular brief. So I'm going to leave that there. And then I'll refer you to the next video, which is going to be about the actual design project. So this is like a little bit of a preliminary research. It doesn't have to be done before you start the project. It can be something you're working on during the process. It does have to be completed, but you can see it's not a huge project.